Hello, my loves. Look where I am. I'm back on the beach. I'm back in my favorite spot. I'm on 30A and I'm house sitting for my darling friends for the summer. So my videos will be from here. You've probably seen some of my Facebook pictures and some of my posts already because I love taking long walks on the beach. And I just got back from jail. I was in jail teaching a class today called the Love Class. I went to jail yesterday and taught a class, the same class, the Love Class. And this is what I do for a living. I have a nonprofit called Greenhouse Lilies, and I go to jail 3 days a week and teach the Love Class, which I'm writing and learning so much about love, the love of God, the agape love of God that leads us to rest in green pastures and to stop trying so darn hard, to get it right and to understand that God got us right. And I'm having a blast. I'm living a dream. I know what it's like to feel dead and to feel like I was living in hell. And so to be free, I just love life so much. I just love life so much. And so today I'm here to do a video for YouTube called The Love Class. And the title of this one is called Blue Mind and Red Mind. And my foundational verse for this whole class is, we begin in the love of God. That God, the engineer of the universe, is our Father. And coming to know our true origin, I feel like, is the mind shift of all mind shifts. It changes everything. Understand that we're God's kids and that we began in love, that really all we know is love. Okay, so blue mind theory. Blue mind theory. I got this book called Blue Mind about 3 years ago, and I still haven't finished it. I continue to pick it up and put it down and just be wowed by it. It's taken me 3 years. I probably won't even finish it this summer, honestly. That's the kind of reader that I am. But this book, you can pick up anywhere in it and find something amazing. And so let me share with you what I found. Blue mind theory is a term coined by the scientist who wrote this book. He's actually gone on to be with the Lord. His name is Dr. Wallace J. Nichols. And it describes the mildly meditative, relaxed state, that people experience when they are near, in, on, or under water. It's the idea that water has a powerful positive effect on our mental health and our emotional well-being. Pause for just a moment and think about all the scriptures relating to water. Wowzers. Time around water can support mental health therapy, mindfulness, and creativity. Imagine that. Walking by the beach or a lake, or even the soothing effects of a warm bath, or using water features or aquariums can produce this mildly meditative state. He leads me beside still waters. Have you ever walked into a hospital that has a huge fountain in the center? Or have you ever walked into a doctor's office that has an aquarium? Hello, these people know these things. These people know, number one, that the color blue produces the same mildly meditative state, but water, he leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Don't you think God knew this? And here comes this Dr. Wallace J. Nichols along to says, I'm going to prove this scientifically, biologically, neurology, and spiritually. Wow. So good. It's so good. When you're near water, several brain and body processes shift toward a calmer, healthier state. Just look at it. Here's a few things that happen. Activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. Just being around water slows your heart rate, slows your breathing, and it activates your rest and digestive system which reduces cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Also, when you're around water, you might feel a boost in dopamine and serotonin. Water environments, especially those that evoke awe and wonder, like this, triggers the release of feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals enhance mood, creativity, and a sense of well-being. Shalom, shalom. And you don't even have to try. It's effortless. It's effortless. Okay, around water, there's also a reduction of sensory overload. Water environments tend to be low in sensory input. Think about it, the soft sounds, the gentle waves, the gentle motion, the natural colors of blues and greens. And this allows our brains to reset and to enter into that mild meditative state effortlessly. Effortlessly. I love the word effortlessly. Okay. So remember, I'm teaching this class to ladies who are in county jail. So now let me tell you what red mind theory is. Red mind is the mental emotional state characterized by stress, anxiety, overthinking, and constant stimulation. Red mind is the overstimulated, restless, and distracted state that many people experience in modern life. And if you've ever been to jail, and I hope that you haven't, but if you have been, then you would know that everything in jail is wired there probably for red mind theory. All right? In other words, there are constant fluorescent lights on. In some jails, especially solitary confinement, the lights are on 23 hours a day. We're not talking natural light. We're talking fluorescent light, a constant stimulation. The walls are white or gray or a mixed off-white color. There are no colors in there. All right? It is all dull and boring. There's no blues or greens or pastels or feel-good colors in there. The orange is stark orange. It's not like the sunshine. Everything in there is speaking stimulation, stimulate, and noise. The noise, there are sliders. All the doors are on sliders. So for a door to open, and the doors are thick, they open and they shut on sliders. And when they open and shut, it's so loud that it echoes through the hallways. And they are doing head counts all through the night. And so a guard probably walks through about every hour or 2 hours. And when those sliders open, everybody wakes up. The noise in there, and it's concrete walls. And so there is a constant echo. The noise is reverberated. It is so loud in there. And so these ladies, while I'm talking yesterday and today, some of them just begin to cry because they know that their nervous system is being overstimulated, right? So a lot of times red mind is often driven by constant digital input. I know it is for me. Busy schedules, multitasking, and noise, loud noise. It's also stimulated by work pressure, deadlines, and urban environments. Get out of the city. Go take a walk. Go out to the country if you can. It's also stimulated by anger, fear, sadness, and worry. Okay, and then here's red mind's impact on the brain and body. Elevated cortisol, the stress hormone. Obviously, you're overstimulated. Your body starts going into fight or flight, which is why a lot of the ladies in there will either snap on people or they will just totally shut down, Weakened immune system and reduced creativity, empathy, and decision-making abilities. I remember thinking at the end of my addiction, I can't even make a logical decision right now. My brain is so fried, I just can't do it. Okay, so how do you shift from red to blue then? You unplug from your screen time. Okay, so in jail, they can't really do this. So today I brought in a lot of pictures of this. I brought in pictures of sunset. I brought in pictures of sailboat. I brought in a lot of pictures. And then we did like a visualization. So another thing that this book says about from Blue Mind, it describes the weightlessness of a person being immersed in water. So in water, a 200-pound person only weighs about 10 pounds. And I thought, oh, the immersion factor of weightlessness. Oh, and I think of baptism. All of this is this. It is all in the Bible. It's all in here. You know, everything that we've been looking for on the outside is actually right here. It is within us. So picture yourself immersed in water. Picture the weightlessness of the water. And so this is what all the ladies did. They closed their eyes and they pictured themselves being baptized or immersed in water. Immersion is our training and our remembering of the buoyant and weightless life that we've been so freely given, because God's burden is light. There is no weight to it. It is not a heavy load. Now, picture the symbolic immersion of baptism. Picture that every single sin stain, weight, every disfigurement, every blurry self-image has been removed, and now feel yourself lighten up. Lighten up. The load's all gone. It's all been done. Wow, I love this so much. Remember, we're talking about agape love here. This is the love that leads us to rest. It leads us to a clear self-image. Just being in the water can create a feeling of relaxation and a decrease in stress. And then this is the part that I was so wowed about. Wow. All right, so there are these things in our brains called endorphins and endocannabinoids. That's right. You heard me say it. Endocannabinoids. And they're released just by looking at water. Endocannabinoids, baby. Endocannabinoids are the brain's natural cannabis-like substance, which reduces the brain's response to stress and anxiety when they are released. And guess what? It's also a pain reliever. It is a natural pain reliever, and it has healing properties that distribute throughout our neural pathways. Think about it. Everything that we're looking for, everything that I tried to manufacture in my old life through weed or marijuana or THC or CBD, all of these things that I was trying to achieve by a chemical substance, they were actually here within me all along, just waiting for me. And I do believe that love is the greatest chemical concoction of all. The healing power of love, I know it firsthand. And love, when you feel the love of God, when you feel this overwhelming love, it releases all these healing chemicals in your brain that help you be able to begin to emotionally develop. And then you can articulate what you're freaking feeling. Oh my gosh, man. I just love it so much when science and neurology proves this over and over again. What we are all looking for on the outside has been within us all along. And the amazing thing is about this immersion and this chemical reaction in our brain to feeling loved and to taking the load off, to looking at the blue and the green and to being beside water is just amazing. Think about it. We spend our first 9 months in water, immersed, weightless, and then we're born and the fluorescent lights hit and the red mind starts going off and we say, whoa, dude, whoa. Does anybody out here love me? For a surfer, it's never ending. There's always some wave you want to surf. Surfers exhibit blue mind more than anyone. They're tuned into the water and they watch it carefully for hours on end, reading its changes, looking for the smallest indication of the next wave or for sea life. Surfers are in the water as well as on it. And surfing is like a drug, a dopamine, an endorphin, and an adrenaline cocktail. And once you ride one wave, you want to ride another one, and there's an endless supply. There are natural cocktails that are guilt-free and an endless supply like the love of God. There is a term surfers use, and it's called surfer stoke, and it refers to the heightened feeling of excitement often associated with the exhilaration of riding the waves. It's an infectious energy that binds the surfing community, inspiring surfers to chase the perfect wave and embrace the ocean's beauty. It is a Zen-like experience from riding the waves. And so what I say is I have lover stoke. There is a term called lover stoke, and I made it up. And it's definitely a Zen-like experience from being so freaking loved out of your gourd. It causes euphoria, it causes instant bliss, and it is a chemical concoction of wonderfulness that seeps all through your mind, your body, your brain, your heart, and it has calming, happiness, and healing effects. It truly is instant restoration for your soul. And this love binds the whole world community together, and it inspires people to love each other and embrace the beauty of one another. Oh my goodness, man. I hope that you loved this. This reminds me a lot of the turtles, in Finding Nemo, how they're riding this undercurrent through the oceans. I think it's called the jet stream or something. And man, these turtles are like, whoa, dude, yeah, come on. And it's obvious that they are not stoned, but they are high on something. And they're just high on life. They've got surfer stoke, dude. They got lover stoke. And they're easily inviting people in, and they are having the time of their life. And guess what they're doing? Nothing. They are just in the flow. I love you guys so much. I hope that you're enjoying my love class, and I hope that you are enjoying this view. Look at the view, man. Look at the storm that's kind of moving in. It sure did darken things up in here. But thank goodness the light is always on the inside, baby, on the inside. I love you all, and thank you so much for watching my love class.